What's up everyone, this is Peter from Reviews on Anything, and today we're having a look at a car seat. This is the Maxi Cosi Pearl. Now this is a front-facing car seat aimed for children from 9 kilos all the way up to 18, which effectively is the limit of what the base plate is rated for. If you want to see the video on the base plate, you can, I'll put the link in the description below. As you can see, this seat fits on the base plate. There's a whole family of seats that fit, and this is one of the front-facing solutions that Maxi Cosi offers that actually works with that base plate. Now, working from the top, you see a nice headrest that is actually, you can move that up and down. 2 belt straps, the belt buckle over there, and then it fits. The buckle clicks in on the bottom here, so this sort of sits up a little bit, and then you have the strap here to tighten the belts so your child is nice and secure. We have it in wonderful grayish confetti, I think it is, that Maxi Cosi calls it, so that you get this nice little bit of color accents on the top. And as you can see, it's a very it's quite a deep seat, quite wide as well, with good protection on the sides, so your kid will definitely not slide around. It shouldn't anyway, because if it's strapped in properly, it shouldn't move around that much. But there's plenty of room to wiggle a little bit to not get uncomfortable, and there's also plenty of room to grow, because obviously you can imagine if you put your kid in there when it's 9 kilos, it's quite a difference than when your kid is 18 kilos. So this is definitely a seat that will last you for, I don't know, roughly about a year, I suppose, depending on how fast your kid grows and what you feed him, obviously. But there's plenty of room for growing and still being comfortable in here. Now, to take you up a little bit closer, so you can see this side view of the seat on the base plate, with the leg down there and clicked into the isofix in the chairs. Let's first start with the headrest up here. There is a button back here that you can push, and you can actually move it up, and it clicks right in place like that. As you can see, the belts are cushioned. They're a bit, it's not rubber, but it's a bit of a more rough material on the inside. There's a little cushion here that you can keep in. You can actually store stuff behind it, but it's not very comfortable. As you can see, it velcros in and out, so that makes it easy for washing, because there will inevitably be spills on it, so you can just put it in the washing machine and wash it at the appropriate temperatures. Now then we go down here to the buckles. You see a nice bit of protection, softness, so it doesn't get uncomfortable for your child, which is a good touch. As you can see, the buckle consists of 2 parts that have to click into each other, which is a bit hard to do with just one hand, but we will manage anyway. So then you have one solid piece which will click in right there, and obviously it releases with just one push. Now the good part is that this little bit of protection makes sure that your child first of all can't see what he's doing, and second of all will probably have a hard time figuring out what's going on there. So hopefully you'll not discover that it's this button that releases the seat belt and allows all kinds of fun and games. And if he does anyway, you'll have to teach him not to. But at least Maxi Cosi thought about this and got it out of the way as much as possible. Now, this strap down here is to tighten the belts. As you can see, if you pull it, this tightens, and you can make sure your kid is nice and snug. And then you obviously have to pull it back out in order to make sure your child can actually fit back in there or get out of the car. And that's really all the features to it. Now, this seat is definitely not expensive. Not cheap, sorry. It's expensive. It'll cost you about 180 bucks, which is, expensive no matter how you twist or turn it. But like I said, it's a seat that goes from 9 to 18 kilos. So that's at least a year for your child. So you're definitely going to get your money worth out of it, assuming that you drive enough to justify the costs. We bought it new because actually I said the same thing about the base plate. You don't really want to take any liberties with safety in the car. So we bought it new just in case, just to be sure that, you know, nobody dropped it, nothing is bent, nothing is maybe not working. Because the last thing you want is get a good deal on a car seat, but then when you're in an accident, God forbid, you see your child flying by through the windshield, which is, you know, never a good idea. So we bought it new. We just forked over the cost, forked over the money, and you know, it's a cost you have to take for your own peace of mind and for the safety of your child. That's all there is to it, really. It's a seat. Our kid really likes it. It's really comfortable. Long journeys, short journeys, doesn't really matter. It's a bit cumbersome to get him in and out, I suppose, because of the high sides. But you know, that's I suppose with any car. And as you can see, a car door only opens so far, and it's not like we have the biggest car in the world. So I suppose if you have an SUV with a bit more space, it's a bit easier. But you know, your child is seated. It's a bucket seat in essence, so he's seated pretty low, and you have to you know, fiddle a little bit to get him out of there, which is, you know, a small annoyance, but there's nothing really to be done about that. This was Peter from Reviews on Anything. Quick look at the Maxi Cosi Pearl front-facing car seat. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers!